Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. So the Wisconsin Badgers headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Keeps it moving. It's Smothers. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They want to run this quarterback. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Manning. Makes the grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Here's Arch to throw. Left side, it's Winston. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Down he goes.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Dupree. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back's got it on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Looking for the marker. He's not going to get there. The defense with sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now on the move. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get to the outside.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Right back to the well. Inside the 15. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Check. 3692, love check. Ready, go.
They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Finding some room. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Hits inside. It's Dupree. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Joseph. Escapes the pressure going right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Joseph. They're all over him. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle. And how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the second quarter with a safety.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Manning throws to the wideout. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
And he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
Takes the handoff. It's Smothers. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Running the red zone, it's Smothers. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 5 here in the second.
And we finally get at least 3 on the board. I know everybody had this at home. We were all expecting the 5-0 to start this one out the gate. So low scoring, not a lot of points. Shoot, maybe that's enough to get it done.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls it, fired, complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Quickly out to the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Dupree. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. to squeak through the pile. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Under pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Throwing Joseph. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The Badgers now use their 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Badgers will try to pick it up on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. On the option. Quick toss. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
All the way back to the 15. He gets a block. And there he goes. He's going to run it all the way back, but this is going to wind up just being a conditioning drill. Flag down on the field, and this one almost certainly is going to come back. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Joseph. Going to throw it over the top of the D. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 16, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Hurricanes who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Long way to go on second down. Throwing Joseph. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Nice play by this defense again. And I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They will have nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Smothers. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the fly sweep. Nice job stringing that one out. They stop him for no gain. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
For this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Here comes the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
Makes the catch and he's free. Running inside the 20. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
The screen, he can go. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Making the adjustment on the play. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Rigby. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Joseph. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Joseph. Oh, the pressure's coming. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about. To go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Manning from the gun on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. what a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Throwing Joseph quickly to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. The Badgers line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Dupree. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Joseph moving to his left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with it now.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
3rd and long coming up. On the move. He's past the sticks. There's a crease. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Look out! And down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. They're all over it. Finds us back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Finds his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Right side, it's Kearney. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Badgers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Joseph. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 20, he's got space. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the return, it's Rigby. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing Joseph. Under pressure. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Swamped immediately. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout, run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. On the run, it's Simon. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers now use their 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Joseph. Out wide right, it's Rigby. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Rashad Downs going up top. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Lofts one deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this guy must feel... Run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over.